Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be doing a sketchbook tour for One Piece. I apologize because I realized that I haven't done a sketchbook tour with One Piece stuff for 10 months exactly, and it is about time. In the previous one we have around almost 30 drawings, 29, 30 drawings. Maybe we can do the same today. I have more, I have like 50, around 50 at the moment extra, but we don't need to see them all, okay? So maybe I can cut it in smaller pieces and do more maybe. We will see how it's going today, okay? I'm gonna put the previous one here so you can have a look of that one, so you can catch up if you wanna watch one after another, okay? So let's start with Saturn. Saturn is one of my favorite drawings so far in the whole One Piece collection that I have in the channel. With Saturn, basically, I'm discussing the idea of he was gonna be the egghead incident. It happened at the very end that he actually was the egghead incident. I'm gonna be talking about many spoilers, so if you haven't watched the whole One Piece, you are not up to date with especially the anime, but as well the manga, because I'm talking about sometimes manga spoilers. Just be aware of this, okay? Basically, Saturn ends up being squeezed to death, let's say, and his power is sucked by Imu, and we discuss some sort of this, that Saturn will die, Saturn will be eliminated, Saturn will be kind of the problem, what was gonna be reported on the newspaper as the egghead incident. So I think we got there a good theory from there, and yeah, let's move into Shaka. Okay, I'm gonna be moving the sketchbook up and down a little bit so you can see all of it, because some of the drawings have different sizes. In Shaka, basically I focus in the concept of Vegapunks and the concept of the mystery behind the helmet, his elimination, one of the first characters from the Vegapunk group to be eliminated, and how I think he is bad. I think he is not finished yet. And at some point, because the caution writing on his outfit, and because other things regarding Daft Punk, the musical group that is inspired this character, I say he may be one of these brainy characters who ends up joining the dark side, the bad guys, the Blackbeard pirates, most probably. But so far, Oda has been sweetening up the story of the Vegapunks. We have left them on the side, and we don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but I still have my bet on him being the brain behind the betrayal in Egghead. That we will see. I think we will see. We haven't finished with the Vegapunks yet. Okay, then we go into Weevil. Weevil is one of the former Shichibukais, because the Shichibukais have been abolished now with the new reform in the Marines and everything. The introduction of the new pacifistas that are the mini versions of the original Shichibukais, the Seraphins, are taking over, and this guy ended up in Impel Down. We know this because his mom is talking to Marco about this. The design and everything pretending to be Shirohige, a real son of Shirohige. All these cuts and kind of stitches that he has, like it gave me always Thriller Bark saga, Dr. Hogback saga that he's been put together. So I think he is basically the first clone tried from Shirohige, from Whitebeard, and it didn't go as expected because it is not exactly like him, and so it's basically a son, but it's basically a clone. And the story, his story, is half true and half untrue, told by the mom, and we will see this character escaping from Impel Down pretty soon, I would say, because we need to see some of the characters in Impel Down, like Doflamingo, Mr. Chu, etc., etc., that they are going to be kind of doing a second escape of Impel Down, we will say. Probably Doflamingo uses his strength, because this guy is super strong to be able to get out of there, okay? Enel, one of my strongest theories in the channel about basically the mechanical ancient weapons that I'm going to be putting here, the mechanical ancient weapons. Enel, I believe 100%, as a long time reader, multiple times reader, I don't know how many times I read and I watched One Piece and all the things I can find. Enel, I think he is already on top of an ancient weapon that is going to be the moon. The moon, I think, is going to be Uranus. Uranus, that Imu shot the laser, these kind of beams to destroy Lucia. In this theory of the mechanical ancient weapons, I explain that there are 3 living ones, that is like Shirahoshi. Shirahoshi probably, I think, is gonna be Bibi, and the other one could be very well Momo. And then there are 3 that are mechanical ones, and in these 3 we would have one that it's supposed to be the moon, like the Death Star in Star Wars. Okay, that theory is it's comprised of multiple theories, talking about specific characters like Enel, Crocodile, Momo, Shirahoshi, and all of these together make a bigger one. Okay, I even have one as well that it's in that group, in that playlist, that you can see kind of a compilation of all of them. Okay. Let's move into the next drawing, that this guy, okay, you need to watch. If you haven't watched, you need to watch the Monsters episode on Netflix. This is 103 Damnation, Monster Damnation, and basically from the manga from before One Piece, called Wanted, that is a compilation of mini stories from Oda, we have this guy fighting original Ryuma. And, you know, this is the bad guy fighting Ryuma, very skilled, very strong and everything. But what I talk in this video, basically, in this theory, that all of these theories I'm going to be listing down below in the show more section, okay? So, the mustache design, the classic bad guy from the 20s, the red design, the look, the type of the body, the type of fighting and everything, it is a contraposition to Vista, the sword flower in the Whitebeard Pirates. And I think, as we have seen more information and more details from Ryuma coming into the story, this guy as well is the pre-Vista, telling me that, or kind of supporting my theory of Vista with the diamond fruit from Hosu will be the final rival for Zoro, the final challenge that Zoro will have to undertake. I'm gonna put here as well the theory about this, so you can have a look. I have multiple theories, one drawing Zoro, one drawing Vista, one drawing Mihawk, this one drawing this one here as well. So there are multiple theories as well that they make together this general idea of referencing previous ideas to make newer ones. Okay, Dorry and Brogy, the masters of Usopp, Dorry and Brogy. In this theory, basically, I'm speculating how they may come into the story, what they may do, if they may die, maybe or not. I thought they would be eliminated in Egghead. That was a fail from my part. It didn't happen at the end. It would have been very nice. I talk in the theory as well, there are 2 options here. Or Oda is gonna sacrifice them, like Pedro, like Mr. Chu, like other people that has been sacrificing themselves for the Straw Hats, for the new generation, or he will have to pump them to Jonko level, and basically he did that. These guys now are at 1.8 billion each, so that's almost at Crocodile level in power, at almost at Jonko level in power, and since the very beginning they've been in the story with Little Garden, and I think already, because the story, as I always say, was originally thought to be 5 years, and Oda already had the pieces to finish the story at the beginning of the story, and these 2 guys were 2 main pieces. And as you guys see now that we are entering in Elbaf and everything, how these guys are gonna have More and more, I think, secondary role, because I think we may focus in Harundin and the new pirates, the new giant pirates, but these two guys still need to accompany Usopp to do some tasks, let's say, that they will make Usopp be the brave warrior of the seas that he wants. That I already think that he is, but these two characters still have a role to play in the story, with Bibi and everything, okay? We go into Doflamingo's theory. Doflamingo theory, as well, again, is one of these stories related to the mechanical ancient weapons. I talk about his connection with the Gyojins through his uncle, Don Quixote Mjosgard, and how he may take advantage of Noah. I think inside Noah, there is a weapon there that he is gonna have to control, and very nice and very well thought theory there. One of the most watched theories as well in the channel and everything, and very interesting. Funnily enough, most of the theories that are on the top 6, let's say, in the channel are bad guys related. I love it that, because I love to draw the bad guys as well, but I wasn't expecting to be the best well received in the channel, but that's good as well, okay? And yeah, if you keep watching a little bit of the mechanical ancient weapons, as mentioned before, this is gonna come up, and it is very, very nice introduction on how Doflamingo, that is currently in Impel Down and may escape with the assistance of, or in the collaboration with Weevil and Mr. Chu, we will see how this guy needs to come back to the story, okay? Because I'm very strongly positive about Crocodile, Doflamingo, and Enel, that for me are the 3 villains by excellence in One Piece, to be having a crucial part at the end of the story, in the destruction of the Terriobitos, in the destruction of the world, and everything, okay? So now we go into Van Auger. Van Auger here from the Blackbeard Pirates. I named this theory trust issues. He has trust issues. I think we have seen him accompanying multiple Nakamas, let's say, in his crew to do different missions. I don't think he trusts anyone, probably apart from Blackbeard, or maybe not even Blackbeard himself. But I think this is character. I talk in the theory about Baron Munchausen story from the movie as well, how he is reference created from one of the characters in that story, in that movie, and you know, the design and everything, the steampunk air, and you know, the type of gun that he has, the hat and everything, this Victorian type of clothing as well, and it's very interesting. And I have a couple of theories about Blackbeard Pirates, a full playlist of Blackbeard Pirates that I'm gonna put here. I still feel a couple. I still have maybe 3 that I haven't drawn. 3, 4 that I haven't drawn, and maybe I think I'm halfway through the Blackbeard Pirates. That slowly I will be filling that list with all the characters, because I have theories about all of them, okay? And what they may be doing in the future of the story. We jump into one of the Terriobitos here, that this is Don Quixote Mjosgard, and this is in theory Doflamingo's uncle, and we know him from the Otohime. Otohime is the queen of the Gyojins flashback, and he ends up now helping Shirahoshi at the present time in the last Reverie, and he ends up as well being executed by a superior power that we didn't know that existed, that is Garling, that at that point was basically someone who could execute and dictate or pass judgment upon the Tenryubito. That was a very big discovery for us and everything. So in this video belongs for One Piece, the One Piece list, but as well I done it for the prompt astronaut in the Inktober 52 challenge, and basically I explain how Oda, as a creative, as a character designer, as a storyteller, like all of us, we take references from real life, like astronauts, and we transform the concept and the idea of astronaut in our own concept of astronaut in our own story. In this case, the concept of 10 Ryobitos, the concept of a space, the moon and everything, and you know, the type of a spaceship and everything. Okay, so this is a very interesting video, and it belongs to the both collections, Inktober and One Piece and One Piece collection. Okay, that I will put all here or down below the Inktober playlist as well. Okay. Then another of the Blackbeard pirates, we have Katerina Devon, and in this theory basically I suggest that she can't have only a duplication fruit like Mr. Chu. Being a QB mythical fruit needs to go one step forwards, one step ahead of that fruit, and my main thought in this, that I explain quite thoroughly in this video, is that she can duplicate as well the knowledge. Like, I think she touched already Nico Robin, and I think she is able, while transformed into Robin, to read poneglyphs and to have knowledge. I think while she is transformed into Saturn, that she touched Saturn as well in Eket, at the end of Eket, I think she is able to know secrets of the world government, the secrets of Imu. And I think she is gonna be the tool that Blackbeard is gonna use for having information. She is an information gatherer, like a spy, basically a spy. And I love this character, I love this design, very piratey, and I think she is very, very important for the story. We go into Kaidou. This video of Kaidou, I decided to draw him young, I decided to draw him cartoony and smiley, because this is at the very beginning when he is basically escaping from the government facilities, and he takes Albert King with him. And the concept of Joy Boy, I think because the fantastic and tremendous fight that he had with Luffy in Gear 5, recognizing him as a Joy Boy and everything, and realizing that he is not Joy Boy once again, I think there is gonna be, because he's not dead, in my opinion he's not dead, Big Mom is not dead either, I think he needs to, later on in the story, come out again and stop someone very strong to interfere with Luffy, so he will kind of, I see this dash of speed in front of Luffy, you know, hitting someone with the kanabo, with the weapon, with the kanabo on the face, and, you know, someone strong that can hold one attack like that, someone like Garling, someone like, you know, Jonko level, and basically turning around a little bit with a massive smile, like a D smile, and saying like, whoa, 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 whoa. Joy Boy, go and carry on with the will of D and everything. Kind of is saying, I support Joy Boy. I can see a transformation in him, and it can be very interesting for the story. I would like to see something like this as a super long-term reader. Okay, let's carry on a little bit more. Okay, we can do a few more. Rob Rucci. Transformed into Impel Down Awakening type of jailer. Okay, this is my most watched theory in the channel, one of my favorite theories in the channel as well, I would say. I think the awakening has multiple forms, and the awakening can change. We have the awakening that Luffy has with the white flames, the awakening that Rucci has in Naked with the black flames, and then we know as well that we have the awakening for the Impel Down jailers. So I think at some point Rucci needs to be overpowered by his fruit, and like we see in Impel Down, and transformed in something like this looking, and he may end up as a jailer in Impel Down. I think I can see, I was a little bit disappointed to not see this at the end of Egghead, but I think we still may see this, because if Oda doesn't want to do that, I wouldn't be able to say right now where his storyline is going. His storyline, he's bad, he wants to kill, he wants to attack, fight and everything. He's not worried about anything else, so he is just a killing weapon. And I think it will make sense for him that as explanation of fruits, the fruits take over, and we see that on screen. It will be very cruel, but I think he is the perfect character to have this outcome in the story. Let's move now into Pell. Pell, very nice drawing with his hybrid form. Pell is one of the protectors, one of the deities, guardian deities of Arabasta, together with Shaka, and he represents the falcon. And basically, I think we are going to see him very soon in the main story. Bibi is being reintroduced with the whole concept of escaping from Marijoa, escaping from Imu, wanting to be captured and everything, Imu wanting to capture her and everything. So, I think Bibi is one of the weapons, like Shirahoshi, and I think she's going to find the sky monsters, the sky dragons or rocks or any kind of bird or dragon that can be, and Pell needs to be with her to assist her in this task and fly together like they used to fly when they were kids. This can be a very beautiful moment, and once we reintroduce Bibi, we will need to start seeing a little bit more of Arabasta things like this guy, Shaka, a little bit of Igaram as well. So all of these guys, they need to be a little bit reintroduced in the story, I think, soon. We have here Lilith. Lilith is one of my favorite theories as well, because Lilith, I talk about it in many theories. I think we needed to drag her out of Egghead and stay with us for a little bit only, because she is the mecha girl. She needs to upgrade Frankie and give him other type of abilities, like the light gloves, so he's able to punch Logia people like Kizaru. Is gonna give him Kairoseki maybe abilities as well. So the main point of this, the main application of one of these scientific developments, I think, maybe the cola refrigerator. Frankie, that I'm going to put the Frankie theory here because it is very, very interesting. So Frankie, we forgot about this, but he has a cola refrigerator on the stomach. And once you put cola, he's super! But if you put something else like tea, so he's gonna be chilled, another type of drink, he's gonna be excited, like this and that, he's gonna be angry. So if, by doing this with green blood, Frankie could have a temporary power, that could be a power-up for Frankie, giving him fruit powers without giving him fruit powers. I think the whole purpose of these characters, the Seraphins, are leading to a Frankie update with green blood. Bonney is a retheorized idea and reconcept of what I talked at the beginning of when I created the channel at the beginning. I was thinking that we will have one line of work, one line of a story with Kuma, and I drawn a Kuma and a very, very small Bonney on top. But in this video, basically, I think now that we are taking her with us, we are taking Kuma with us, but Kuma looks like he's in a vegetative state, that he may be dying full soon. And we have as well Lilith, and we don't know where is Stussy. I think these girls are gonna end up living together. I think she will end up gathering the rest of the Seraphins, the rest of the PX Pacifistas and everything. So all these experiments, clones and everything done by Vegapunk, done under the orders of Saturn, I think it will be very suitable if she's the one who has the command of them, the superior authority, takes them with her and liberates them and gives them even free will like Stussy, so they are able to go beyond the reasoning of science and become, let's say, human beings like Stussy. Okay? In Ryuma as well, like in the previous comment I said about the astronaut concept in Inktober and drawing Mjosgard, this is the samurai concept in the prompt for Inktober, and I'm basically talking about Ryuma and explaining how Oda from real life samurais took references, what references, and how he created the fantasy character of Ryuma and other samurais from real life. Basically, this is a video about samurai trivia, okay? And I talk a little bit about my theory that I explained before with Ryuma and the final fight. So there we have Admiral Fujitora. Fujitora, I was very prone on saying that he and Smoker will arrive at the end of Egghead to help the people in Egghead, help the Marines, the world government people in Egghead, all of those that they were basically gonna be eliminated by Saturn in a frenzy and the rest of the Gurusei in a frenzy without a care, even with by Rucci and everyone. It didn't happen, but I still think that his loyalty to the honesty and his goodwill of doing things, we know recently the draft of the Marines has been explained, and a little bit of his background has been revealed as well in one of the SBS, a special SBS, and I still think that SBS is supporting my theory, is supporting that this is a character at the level of supporting a Smoker, and Smoker and him need to work together to arrive. If it doesn't happen at the end of Egghead, that it didn't happen, it may happen at the end of Elbaf, going into enemy territory, because Elbaf, if you remember, Elbaf is not for the world government, so for this guy to go there and for Smoker to go there, it will be very challenging, and I think it may happen. If it didn't happen in Egghead, it needs to happen in Elbaf, okay? We are moving into Hiruluk. Hiruluk, I have this incredible theory that I think he is, I explain it very nice here, I think he is the one who stole the rest of the fruits from God Valley. He was a thief in the West Blue, God Valley was in the West Blue, everything happened at the same time. This guy came to Drum Island later. It said in a Bibre card that he was originally from Drum. I think he was from Drum and then went traveling, ended up in West Blue, stole the fruits in God Valley because he heard Genie's transmission and he went there. He may have ended up going there with rocks, maybe, but not as a powerhouse fighter, only as a thief, sneaky thief, like Nami at the beginning, okay? So I would buy that he is the silhouette. I would buy that he is the silhouette. I will not confirm it, but I would buy that he's the silhouette and he may be that person there with them. And while everyone was fighting with Roger, with Garling, with the rest of the warriors from the God Knights and everything, that the guy sneaked, stole the fruits that Ivankov didn't eat, that Kuma didn't eat, that Kaidou didn't take, and all of this, that was basically Chopper's fruit, Wapol's fruit, and Dalton's fruit. These three fruits he put in his suitcase, he escaped, and how we know he is clumsy, like Goofy from Disney, he ended up basically losing the fruits in Drum, and these fruits ended up being eaten by those three main characters in the story. This will give importance to the concept of father and son with Chopper, and I would love to see this. It would make me cry, it would make you cry as well. Garp is now captured by the Black Bear Pirates. He had a super fight with Aogichi that he was winning, and he was stabbed from the back by Shiryu while being invisible here on the belly. I think Aogichi covered with ice this, so he couldn't die, he wouldn't die. I think he is the key to reveal the rest of the God Valley flashback. Using Pudding's Memo fruit, we will see the rest of the flashback in that God Valley incident, and Blackbeard will learn the story through his mind, through his memories. I explained this in my latest One Piece video that I'm gonna put here on top. If I don't have enough text to put on top, I will put in the show more section as well. Or if not, you can watch it. It's the last video of the channel, to be honest. Okay. Pauley. In this video, I'm talking about Pauley a little bit, but it's mainly about my favorite ever One Piece saga, that it's a double saga. Water 7 and Enies Lobby together with the train and everything. That part, those two sagas are my favorite. If someone says to me, what is One Piece? I would say Gear Second, the train, the Frankie, the powers that Frankie has, the Rokushiki, Rob Rucci. So I think it's a saga that completes a very beautiful and nice concept of what is One Piece. The animation is brutal, the drawings are brutal, the Robin betrayal is impressive, and I love it. I love it. Crocus, this is a Crocus drawing, and in this drawing I'm basically taking the reference of Jules Verne's story about the, Jules Verne is a very famous writer, and he has plenty of stories that we all know nowadays, like Nautilus, the Hansel is under the water and everything, and we have the story of the journey to the center of the earth. So basically, there are a lot of comparative ideas with the whale, with the monsters, with the dinosaurs in the island after meeting with him and everything. So I think Crocus is a character who represents with Laboon stories from Jules Verne, and we need to at some point go to the center of the earth, probably to find the latest Poneglyph. I always said that going into Elbaf, we will have a little bit of Elbaf at the beginning, and as soon as we go into Elbaf, then we need to go into the center of the earth and end up showing in another place, that like happens in the original story, okay? And all of this taking reference with making Crocus a reference concept for this, okay? Nico Robin is the daughter of Dragon. And I explained this very nice in multiple theories, especially the Nico Robin one, the Dragon one, the Akainu one. The Akainu one is my second most watched theory in the whole channel as well. I think after Dragon lost the daughter and the mother in Ohara, he went crazy for a little bit, and a couple of years after that, he came back to the East Blue, he came back to Garp and everything, and he ended up with Garp's daughter, and he had Luffy, but at the same time being afraid and being in trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder of what happened with Robin and Olbia, he decided to protect Luffy in the way of, I'm gonna disappear, and you Garp take care of him, and I don't wanna have to live again what happened with Robin. And one of my favorite concepts, one of my favorite ideas as well, that I would love to see. The Morgan's theory, I'm talking about basically where is he going. I think he is going to Elbaf. He's carrying Bibi to Elbaf. I'm talking about how he basically manipulates, and how we see a lot of information manipulated in the One Piece news, and how he manages to move everything to his will, and how he may be very important for the story as well, because information is power, as he always says, okay? Then we have here Stussy. Stussy again is one of my favorite drawings in the channel, in the One Piece playlist. Very nice, very elegant. I show you the whole thing here, the whole drawing here. Very nice. So the Stussy video is basically about, I go through her development as a character, and how she was basically was being a spy for different fronts, and working as a broker in the underground, working for the CP0, for the government, working as well for Vegapunk in secret, originally being good, and how the humanity of the character being a clone of original Stussy, and how she probably ends up finding later on or reuniting later on with Bonney to help her in her quest of this kind of misfits, like they are clones, they are replicas and things like this, to be able to become humans or be respected like the Seraphins, and etc, etc. Okay, Shirahoshi, this is the theory I said before about the mechanical ancient weapons, that I kind of talk about the whole thing in this video. I kind of gathered the previous videos in while doing this drawing, so you can have like a recap of what is that theory. But in the individual theories, I go more into the depths of each one of them and why. Okay, Luffy, it took me ages to draw Luffy. I am talking in this concept about what his dream may be, that I'm not gonna say it here. I'm gonna leave it for you to check on the video so you don't have a spoiler. And on top of that, I'm talking about Caribou, and how Caribou, even if Oda says he didn't hear anything, Caribou was next to them. We can see it in the manga, we can see it in the anime, and I think apart from these guys, Caribou is the other one who knows everything about Luffy's dream, and he is gonna sell this information, in theory, in my honest opinion, to Crocodile, not to Blackbeard, that he's now happen to be a fanboy of Blackbeard. Okay, Saul is a very interesting, very lovable character. Basically, as well, I talk about the development of Saul in Ohara, what he did, why he did it, the connection with Robin and everything, how I thought he may be coming soon into the story, and now in Egghead we see him doing something. In the latest episode 1131, we see that something happened to him. He fainted, we don't know why. Nico Robin had a very beautiful and nice haircut, because she is very happy to be able to see Saul again, but something happened to our Saul and we don't know what is it. So feel free to watch this video, and then we need to wait. Probably soon, very soon, we see what's gonna happen with him. Prince Grus drawing, I'm talking basically about how his fruit works, how his let's say minions that are created like this. So I try to compare. This is being foreshadowing of Imu being able to control the Gorusei, like he's able to control these guys, and this happened to be true. This is a confirmed theory. Imu is able to do that, and if someone is not doing the work as she wants, she's able to remotely, working from home, suck the power back, and they die, they vanish, they burn into ashes, and they become skeletons, dead. Okay, so this is a confirmed theory, very nice theory. Okay, then we have here the concept of Seraphine Kuma, okay, as bear. I argue that we don't have a ending, a clean ending for Kuma, and because these connections that I said with Stussy, with Bonney and everything, Kuma being in vegetative state and everything, in this theory I focus in the concept of there was a bubble in Egghead that it didn't explode, it didn't return to the owner. What if the bubble returns to Kuma, or returns to the pacifista Seraphine Kuma, and Bonney is able to have, let's say, a second chance with the father? It could be very well something like this. And I think I'm gonna finish the video here, that we are around more or less 29-30 characters like I did in the previous video. That means that we still have double amount of drawings after this to watch, that I'm gonna be showing you slowly in another recap. You can see them all in the story in already in the channel, but for now let's do it slowly. We can do, let's not do more than 29-30, so to not elongate more the video. Ace. In this Ace video, that is one of my favorite videos as well, I read the Boichi story, the novel story, the information about Ace, everything about Ace, and basically in this video I'm explaining who is Ace, what do we know about him, what happened to him, how did he get his striker, this kind of traveling surfboard that he uses with the power, how he made it, how he got the fruit as well, from where I think his fruit is coming as well, and many theories that even if it is not a fully canon or Oda confirmed the story, it is something that Oda gave the approved to Boichi to do, and after that we see these nice characters, Mask Deuce, that is his number one, his Zorro. We see these two characters interacting, the brotherhood that they have and everything, and how they reach the point to become part of the Whitebeard Pirates. You know, fight with Whitebeard, fight with Jinbei, and all of these things. So I'm talking basically about Ace lore. And I love, you know, guys, that the lore in One Piece and in any other story is my favorite thing ever. So, yeah. I think we're gonna finish for today, okay? So this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandrago's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoyed the compilation and this recap, One Piece recap second part, and yeah, looking forward to see your comments, and feel free to ask or request any character that you want in the show more section, and in the next video we do another drawing. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye!